5 years ago, I replaced the dismal halogen headlights in the Jeep with these aftermarket LED units. At the time, there wasn't a lot of choice in the marketplace, and these are a fairly cost-effective set that appeared to be legal. Fast forward to 6 months ago, this one here is starting to get a bit of moisture inside when it rains, and I'm starting to see the high beam warning lamp come on the dashboard even though it's in low beam. So today we're going to change them out for a new and improved version. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Daryl. Welcome to the channel. Bit of history this week. We put these into Project TJ about 5 years ago, and there's a very early video I did about them, and I'll link to it up here if you want to go and have a bit of a chuckle. Now, these were cost effective at the time. At the time you could only get truck lights or the like locally, and they were like $1,500 for a pair, and these were something like $200 and something. So these seemed a really good buy, and the reason I did get these at the time was that they've got the .SAE and E9 markings on them, but the guy that was selling them had some paperwork from an engineer in another state to me, in Australia, but they actually stated that they were legal for road use. And with that I thought, oh, excellent. If someone pulls me up, I can pull the piece of paper out and go, here, they're legal, and check the markings on the light. And I actually did have to do that one night. I got pulled over for a random breath test. The guy who waved all the cars in come running up to me and said, oh, I got blinded by those lights coming in. They're not legal for the road. And I pulled out the piece of paper and told him to go and have a look at the markings on them. I said, here's a piece of paper from an engineer in Queensland, and he says, oh, they just must be off-road lights, they can't be legal, blah blah blah. And I did say to him, look, I've got them angled down as much as I can, there's not a whole lot more I can do about it. And he was okay and let me go. He wasn't a bad guy. But apart from that, every now and then, it's very rare, but depending on the load I've got in the vehicle, if I don't have the airbags pumped up, I would get a bit of a flash coming towards me every now and then by vehicle. So they put out heaps of light, not a real good light pattern, I dare say, but huge gain over the halogen lights that were in the Jeep. So they've probably seen better days, and it's time to move them on. What are we replacing them with? Well, things have changed a bit in the LED lighting world for 7-inch inserts. There's a company in Australia called Stedi. Again, I did have the option of buying Hellas. They do a good 7-inch insert locally, trying to get something that's complied for the right-hand drive market. The Hellas were still about $800 for a pair. I've picked up these Stedis, and these come with all the Australian design rule approvals and everything, and all the markings and everything. They're not the alien look that these are, and I suppose at the time these were reasonably fashionable, not anymore. I like these because they're more like the standard halogen lights. They don't look like the alien headlights. So I'm pretty happy with how these work. Stedi do some versions that are like these. They do one that's got a carbon fibre finish in the back and one that's got a black finish. I like these. But these have got high and low beam and a parking light in them, so they're more than suitable for the Jeep. Again, the same as the old ones. You take off the bezel, you take off the ring, the light just falls out and you unclip it. So at this point of time, we're going to throw the lights in, then we're going to go up to a local car park that I've got, and we're going to aim them correctly, and we should be good to go, hopefully, for another 5 years. So let's go and do that. So to aim these headlights, we have to get the centre of the headlight and mark that on the wall. It's about 955. We'll put some tape across at that level. So I've now moved the car back 7.62 metres, and if we have a look at the light pattern, there's a V here and a V here, and we have to get these in the corners. Now to adjust these lights, there's 3 adjusters. There's one down here, one over this side, and one up here, and you use a T15 Torx to do it. Well, with the lights now dialed in, that's the install over. Anyone can do this in their driveway, and I've just come to the local hardware shop and I'm parked in their lower level, aligning them, which is done. Really like the look of these things. Boom pattern looks really great compared to what I had. I think they're a marked improvement over what I had. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.